We have seen a chemical reaction has taken place in all these activities. But how you will come to know that the reaction has taken place practically? The following observation help us to determine whether a chemical reaction has been taken place. Change in state. In some reaction you will find during a chemical reaction the substance changes from solid to liquid or to gas or vice versa. In some chemical reaction at the end different colors are obtained. Some chemical reaction will come to know is accomplished with the evolution of the gas like carbon dioxide or hydrogen. In some chemical reaction, the temperature is either increase or decrease. This is because the energy is involved or released during a chemical reaction. While we will observe that in some chemical reaction, the precipitate is formed. Precipitate means insoluble substance. So by help of these observation, we'll come to know that a chemical reaction has taken place. Let us take one example from our activity. Here, in this case, we have seen that magnesium ribbons react with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Now, how you will observe practically? That is, formation of the white ash which we have collected. This white ash is magnesium oxide. So we'll come to know that a chemical reaction has taken place. One more example I can give. Here, in this activity we have seen that when dilute sulfuric acid is added to zinc granule, reaction has taken place. Here, a hydrogen gas is evolved out. In order to confirm that it is a hydrogen gas, we can bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of the glass tube. It will burn with a pop sound, indicating that a chemical reaction has taken place and the new substance is formed. One more example we can give from our third activity, that is here when we have taken lead nitrate solution and added potassium iodide solution to it, yellow colored precipitate is obtained, indicating that a chemical reaction has taken place and the formation of new substance has taken place. Yellow colored precipitate is of lead iodide. Let us take activity 1 of the chapter. Here you can see in this diagram that a magnesium ribbon has been taken and it is held by a pair of tongs. We'll bring this magnesium ribbon near the burning flame and we'll notice that it burns with a white dazzling flame. You should be knowing that magnesium is a highly reactive metal and when it is exposed to air, it forms magnesium oxide layer. So, we first rub it with the sandpaper and then use it for the process. After some time, you will see that it get deposit in the form of white ash. This is a white ash of it which is collected in the watch glass. What happens here? Magnesium ribbon has reacted with the air, that is oxygen, as oxygen support burning and forms magnesium oxide. That is the white ash which you see in this watch glass. Here, a chemical reaction has been taken place because a new substance, magnesium oxide, is formed from the initial substances that is magnesium and oxygen. This process is irreversible. You cannot convert back magnesium oxide into magnesium and oxygen. Let us take another activity. Here you can see this is a conical flask. In this conical flask, we have taken some zinc granules, and to this we have added dilute sulfuric acid. Zinc will react with dilute sulfuric acid and will form zinc sulfate, and hydrogen gas will be formed, which is released through this conical tube. Now, this is a chemical reaction, as zinc and dilute sulfate reacted to form a new substance, that is zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Let us take third activity given in your book. Here in this you can see a test tube. In this we have taken lead nitrate solution, and to this lead nitrate solution we have added potassium iodide solution. Reaction will take place between lead nitrate and potassium iodide, and as a result a new substance, that is lead iodide and potassium nitrate, will form. This is an example of chemical reaction because new substance is formed and it is a irreversible process. So I hope students, from that all these activities, it is clear to you now what is a chemical reaction. Hello students of class 10. I am going to take the first chapter of your science, that is of chemistry, chapter number 1, chemical reaction and equation. Students, in your previous classes, you have studied about physical and chemical changes. You know that physical changes are those changes which involves change in shape, size, state of a substance, but no new substance is formed, and it is a reversible process. For example, melting of ice. While in chemical changes, it involves formation of new substances, and such changes are irreversible. For example, we see number of our activities taking place in our daily life. For example, grapes fermentation, when we are cooking the food, and even the process of respiration. We take the example of respiration. Here, in this case, glucose is oxidized, that is, react with oxygen and it forms carbon dioxide, water, and tremendous amount of energy is released. Here, carbon dioxide and water are the new compounds which are being formed from the initial substances like glucose and oxygen. In all these examples, you will be noticing that the nature and the identity of the initial substances is changed. So, we can say that a chemical changes occurs and it involves chemical reactions. So we'll deal with the first part of our chapter, that is chemical reaction. I will going to explain you number of activities where you will come to know what are chemical reactions.